Bonjour les filles. Aujourd'hui, notre vidéo est au sujet du verbe venir, qui veut dire en anglais to come. Par exemple, to come to school, to come to the party, etc. Remarquez les conjugaisons du verbe et répétez avec moi. Je viens, tu viens, il vient, nous venons, vous venez, elles viennent. Très bien. Vous êtes maintenant une détective. Regardez bien le verbe et remarquez tout ce qu'il faut. Take a look at the verb and look for patterns, look for irregularities, look for things you've seen before and things you've never seen before. Go ahead, I'll wait. Okay, the first thing that you probably noticed is our favorite pattern, SST. Notice how, even though it's an irregular verb, we've seen this pattern SST over and over. And of course, it exists right here. What else did you notice about the endings? ONS, EZ, ENT. Those look familiar. We've seen those a bunch of times too. That's just like the regular ER verb endings. What else did you notice? How about the number of N's that we have in the third person plural? We've got 2. What does everything else have? Just 1. And finally, what about the interesting thing going on with the boot verbs? What do they all have in common? Yeah, it's this I after the V. Do we have that in these two? No, we don't have it. And why is that? Because the shoe or the boot is kicking these two conjugations back to the infinitive, and they always have something more in common with the infinitive. Le verbe venir, c'est très très utile. You're going to use it in a variety of situations. Let's take a look at some. Tu viens au cinéma samedi soir? You come into the movie Saturday night? Je suis française. Je viens de Paris. I'm French. I'm from Paris. Nous venons à l'école lundi à vendredi. We come to school Monday through Friday. Il vient au stade avec son ami. He's coming to the stadium with his friend. As we saw in the last slide, this can be used to answer the question, d'où viens-tu? Where are you from? Or literally, where do you come from? Right? So here we've got a couple of different answers. Je viens de Paris. Je viens de Londres. Je viens de New York. Alors, avec la préposition de et le verbe venir, vous avez là I come from plus the name of the place. How would you say I come from Dallas? Or I come from the United States? Another very important use of the verb venir is le passé récent. What do you think that means? The recent past. Well, what is the recent past? Well, it's telling us the thing that you have just done. For example, school is just finished. And that's when I started making you this video. I could say school just finished by saying l'école vient de finir. It's very easy to form. All you have to do is use the present tense of the verb venir, which we saw in the beginning of the video, plus the preposition de, and then any infinitive you want. And that will express that you have just done whatever it is you add as your infinitive. For example, check out this chick. This chick says, Je viens d'arriver. What do you think that means? Yeah, I have just arrived, because she's just hatched into the world. So literally what you're saying is I come from arriving, or I come from reading, I come from studying. But in English we would translate it more closely as I have just. So here is a cartoon that explains the 3 different tenses that you now know. You know the future tense with aller. Il va manger. He's going to eat. Look how hungry he is. Il mange, the present tense, which either means he eats, he is eating, or he does eat. So here he is eating. And then, oh boy, look at that. Il vient de manger. What does that mean? He just ate. Here's a few more examples just so you can see how this works. Par exemple, il vient de manger. He just ate. Ils viennent de danser. They just danced. Je viens d'étudier. What does that mean? I just studied. Here's a little cartoon that I'd like for you to pause and consider. Take it down in your notes and we'll discuss it tomorrow in class. What's going on here? Par exemple, ça c'est avec le verbe aller. Où vas-tu? And he says, à la montagne, je vais faire du ski. Après, c'est avec le verbe venir. D'où viens-tu? De la montagne, je viens de faire du ski. We'll talk about why this is funny in class tomorrow. Time to practice. Take out some paper and try making some sentences avec le passé récent avec ces verbes ici. Par exemple, il est nager, elle est chanter, Minimas est lire, Sophie et toi écrire, Albert et moi faire du shopping. Mais attention, utilisez le verbe venir au présent plus la préposition de plus les infinitifs ici. D'accord? Bonne chance. Voilà, ça c'est les phrases au passé récent. Numéro 1. Il vient de nager. Nager, c'est à l'infinitif. Et le verbe venir est conjugué au présent. Très bien. Numéro 2. Elles viennent de chanter. Numéro 3. Il vient de lire. Numéro 4. Vous venez d'écrire. Et numéro 5. Nous venons de faire du shopping. C'est facile ou difficile? Bon, très bien. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. I hope you found this lesson amusing.